Welcome to the Wisdom Advantage. I'm Tom Morgan. Today we're covering the foundation everything else in this program sits on. Not a tactic, not a tool, a mindset. If you get this right, the rest gets easier. If you skip it, the tools never really stick. We're talking about developing an AI-first business mindset. And before anybody rolls their eyes, let me make it plain. It's simpler than it sounds, and it's more powerful than most people realize.
I do want to say, when I first heard that phrase, AI first mindset, it sounded a little like something you'd scroll past on LinkedIn. Very polished, not very useful. But once you strip the language down, it's actually practical. So let's make it concrete.
Here's the definition. Before you do a task in your business, write an email, make a social post, design a graphic, research a topic, answer a customer, your first question is, can AI help me do this faster, better, or more efficiently? That's it. AI becomes the first tool you reach for, not the backup, not something you remember once in a while, first.
So instead of thinking, oh right, I guess I could try ChatGPT for this, you're saying that thought comes first every single time.
Exactly. And that sounds small, but it changes how you work. Because once that habit is in place, the results compound. You stop starting from scratch all day long.
And I think this is where people get hung up. They've tried AI, maybe once or twice. They got a bland answer or something generic, and they thought, nope, not for me. I had that reaction myself. I remember getting one of those flat responses and thinking, well, that's useless.
I had the same reaction early on. You put in a question, it gives you something that sounds like it was written by a committee, and you think, why would I use this? But that experience doesn't mean AI is worthless. It means you haven't learned how to use it yet. That's the learning curve, same as anything else.
More like learning to drive than flipping a switch.
Much more. And once you get over that curve, and it does not take forever, you look back and wonder how you ran a business without it. The people getting real results with AI are not more technical than you. They're more persistent. That's the difference.
And for our audience, especially people 45 and up who've spent decades building expertise, they're not starting from zero here. They're actually bringing something important to the table.
They've got the advantage. You know your industry, you know your customers, you know what good work looks like. AI needs context. Experience is what gives it context. So no, your age is not the problem here. Your experience is the whole point. Build the mindset first, then the tools start making sense.
All right, so if that's the mindset, how do you actually build it? What are the principles?
5 of them. These are the ones that make the biggest difference. First, automate before you delegate. A lot of business advice says hire help for the things you don't want to do. Fine, maybe eventually, but before you pay a person, ask whether AI can do it. Writing, design, research, basic customer communication, a lot of that can get 80% done in 30 seconds. Most of these tools cost $20 a month or less. Save your hiring budget for work that genuinely needs a human being.
That really is a shift, especially for people who were taught that growth means building a team.
Teams matter. Judgment matters. Relationships matter. Complex decisions need people. But a whole lot of what small business owners spend money on or spend their own time doing is automatable. Go there first.
What's next?
Iterate, don't perfect. This one is hard for experienced people because we were rewarded for getting it right before we put it out there. AI changes that. It gives you a first draft fast. Your job is not to worship the draft. Your job is to test it, improve it, and move. Fast drafts, real feedback, continuous improvement. That's the new productivity.
So perfectionism, which can be a strength, can also slow you down, especially with content and marketing.
Exactly. Not for legal documents, not for financial decisions. Use your head. But if you're spending 3 hours polishing a social media post, you're wasting your best energy on the wrong thing.
Third principle.
Think in systems, not tasks. Most people use AI one task at a time. Need one email? Ask for one email. Fine. Better move is to step back and ask for the whole system. If you're onboarding clients, you don't need one message. You need a welcome email, a follow-up, a check-in, and a feedback request. Build the sequence. Now you've got something that keeps working after you've moved on.
That's a big difference. Checking one thing off versus building a repeatable workflow.
That's where leverage lives. Fourth, make data-informed decisions. AI is not just a writing tool, it's an analysis tool. Email open rates, sales data, website traffic, competitor activity. Put it in and ask what patterns it sees, what you should do differently, where the gap is. Gut feeling matters, especially when it's backed by years of experience. But experience plus data is better.
And the fifth one is the one I think people forget, because they want a stable set of rules and these tools keep changing.
That's right, continuous learning. AI tools are not static. What's possible now is already different from when I started, and it'll change again. AI first does not mean chasing every shiny object. It means staying curious, testing what could genuinely improve your work, and asking over and over, how can this make my business better?
Let's get practical, because this is where people usually say, okay, sounds good, but where do I begin Monday morning?
Simple exercise. Write down every task you do regularly in your business. Emails, social posts, graphics, customer questions, content planning, research, tracking finances, all of it. Then next to each one, write how AI could help. That list becomes your automation roadmap. Don't try to fix everything at once. Pick the one task that drains the most time or energy and start there.
And the point is not to hand the business over to a machine.
No, your expertise, your stories, your relationships, those are irreplaceable. AI handles the blank page, the repetitive draft, the research that would have taken you an hour. Then you add the human layer. That's the winning combination. You're not pretending AI output is your wisdom. You're using it to clear away the work that doesn't require your full attention.
Give us the example, because I think that helps this click for people.
One of the students in our community runs a home organization business. She was spending close to 10 hours a week on content. Blog posts, social media, email newsletters, graphics, all of it. It was exhausting, and it was taking time away from clients. After shifting to this way of working, she got that same content done in about 2 hours. She generated 30 content ideas at once, turned them into blog post outlines, used AI for first drafts, edited them, made them her own, and set up email sequences to go out automatically.
That's 40 hours a month back. That's not a tiny improvement. That's real time.
And then she gets to choose what to do with it. More clients, a new offer, or maybe just a life that's not swallowed by busy work. That's the point. This isn't about working more, it's about working on what actually requires you.
So what's the homework this week?
For the next 7 days, use AI for at least one task every day that you would normally do by hand. Keep it simple if you need to. Draft one email. Ask for 5 social post ideas. Have it write a response to a common customer question. The task itself doesn't matter that much. The habit does. By day 7, you've done it 7 times. By day 30, it's just how you work.
And if people want the full course, the community, the 17 modules, the tool training, the weekly live Q&A with you, and the newsletter that keeps them current, they can go to go.thewisdomadvantage.org.
That's it. Build the mindset first. The tools follow. That's the right order.
All right, Dad. Good one. See you next time.
See you in the next one, Anna. Goodbye.